Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. That being said, let me give you all some pointers on how we as black pats, re-Black-triates, can really corner the market on jobs. And I'm stating this in the context of passport bros beginning to include more than just black men. That's up to them if they want to do it. I'm not passport bros until enough of them tell me that I fit their definition, their criteria. As I understand it, I am at the crossroads in between IBMOR and SYSBM. Because being somewhere in between, I do believe that traditional black women are competitive. I also believe that Southeast Asian women are competitive for competitive men. I'm definitely Save Yourself Muslim Brother, SYSMB. Shout out to Base Muslim for explaining that one. That being said, what I'm going to tell you all right now is for the black expats. Whether it's ADOS, another diasporan, or a continental African. This is for them. This is for you. When we start looking to work abroad and you have to go through someone else, what we need to do is take this secret and keep it close to our chest. When this secret gets out, we should know that it got out because of someone in HR in some of these countries in which we may work, and not because of us, not because of one of us. When you were interviewing for a position and the HR leans over and says, listen, we would like to know, what is your salary? And what we should say to them is, if it's not appropriate, well, actually, you know what? Go ahead and give them a number. As long as they ask you what salary you're comfortable with, then you say to them in regards to the salary, I understand that you don't know me, so I'm willing to start off. I've done the research as to what the average salary here is, and you give them a salary that's in either at the average or just below, and you say, I'm willing to start off with that one for the first year to give you time to get to know me, to give you time to see my work. And then 6 months into it, we can talk again. Or a year, however long you think it'll take you. That's fair. But when they start saying to you, why should I hire you? Now, at this point, you have to straddle a fine line in between being really arrogant on one extreme and not being confident enough on the other extreme. How do you hit that balance? And that's when you say, the real reason that you should hire me is not just me, but it's every teacher that I've had, especially, and you can even name 2 or 3 of your best teachers or trainers. And you say, especially these 2 from whom I've learned. Actually, they're the reasons. Now, they're not here sitting in front of you. I am. But the reason that you should hire me is not because I'm great and grand, but it's because I've had the best teachers and I've learned from them. And I put that together. And you can even say, these 2 teachers don't know each other, but I know them both. And I was able to combine their strengths in a way that others weren't. Unless somebody else happened to have both of them as well. And I don't know anyone else that was trained by both of them. So what you do is you refer to your training, your trainers, and maybe single out some of your really good teachers and trainers. And in this way, what you're saying to them is, oh yeah, I'm capable and I'm confident because of who taught me, not because I'm an arrogant bastard. And on the flip side, I'm not an unconfident mother cuss word either. Got it, gentlemen? We're going to make this something that we only use. And if you are passport bros and you're black, I understand passport bros can be anything if you all say they can, but don't share this with them yet. Not yet. because we need to keep the competitive edge that we have in other markets. And a lot of you are into working remotely where you don't really have to appeal to somebody in HR in that country, and that's fine. But if more of us are going to become Re-Black-triates, then we need to go ahead and and keep this close to our chest for now. Something else too. This, by the time you hear this on YouTube, this will have already been on Patreon. And there will be more videos like that to come. Things that will be available on Patreon first. Now, right now, I've got something available only on Patreon, and that is regarding boy moms and girl dads and the difference between them. Right now, you're only going to get it on Patreon. I'll make it available on YouTube eventually, but right now, it's just Patreon only. Nobody else. Because they paid for it. And I want to give a shout out to AH3 because he actually doubled the pledge. I didn't know you could do that on Patreon until I got a notice that he did. So shout out to you, man, because you've really made it worth it. And you've actually inspired me to do more on the Patreon by doing that. And to leave more for Patreon exclusively for longer before allowing it to be free on YouTube. I'm going to ask the Muslims in the audience to make dua for me, because when it comes to jobs right now, I'm not really sure exactly which one to pick. I got 2 offers. Actually, I got 1 offer in writing, and I've got the other one I'm waiting on. But time is of the essence. So I'm going to ask you all to make dua that whichever one I wind up having to take, I'm protected from oppression, both oppressing anybody else and being oppressed by them. Thank you all for listening, as always. As always, black heart, black mind, blackout, assalamu alaikum, and black heterosexual non-select male power just because they don't like it, and black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day. I was about to say Black Patreon for some reason. Sorry about that. So anyway, thank you for choosing Jet Black Airways. And here, jet black is also a verb, so keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Justice forever.